Hello, hello, hello. I'm waiting for all the live feeds to show up. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about that. I have two camera feeds, and one's going way down and one's going way up, and they won't cooperate with me. Okay, well, it's just going to have to do. One of these is going to take a crotch shot in a little bit. Oh, let's see if my technology is giving me a problem today. Okay, let's try this again. 3, 2, 1. That's the longest one countdown ever. It's like 3, 2, 1, and then the one took 10 seconds. So anyway, hi there, welcome. If you're on YouTube, you had to wait for me to get my stick together there. Alrighty, so today, welcome to the show. This is the Hoop Love Y'all show, and I am your host, Shay Rippinger of Hip the Hoopla. So on the Hoop Love Y'all show, we talk health, humor, and hooping. And if you want to type in any comments live, this is a show, or if you're watching the recording, whichever you are doing, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. And tonight's theme is practice. So this was a living example of that, of just, even though I have a goal to do 50 shows this year, and I'm on, I think we're on number 33, I believe. I have to take a look at my book. If I reach for my book right now, then other things will fall down. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to start the show at close to on time at least. So anyway, practice is the theme of the show, and my point about that is that even when you've been practicing something for quite a while, it doesn't always go as planned. So, and the tech gods are very fickle. So anyway. Thank you so much for being here, for bearing with me. And so, anyway, okay, so a couple of things. One thing is that just ran into an appointment, and I had made like an offhanded comment, said to this person, I said, "You don't seem very happy to see me, or you don't seem as happy to see me as before." And it was so funny because she goes, "Oh, because I'm sick, and I've been sick and I can't shake it." And she was in a bad mood because of that and stuff like that. So it got me thinking, because I had to sit down with her and meet with her for a little bit, that one of my practices for health, see, I do bring these stories in and around, is to try and keep my health going as much as of a high level as possible. That didn't make grammatical sense. Anyway, but there are certain things that I try to do, and it's just like anything. We all mean to do the best we can, and of course, there are things that come and go with our practice sometimes. So for me, trying to get my downfall is trying to get enough sleep. I think that's, for my immune system personally, for me personally, that's my biggest thing, and it's not for when I hit the pillow, it's not like I can't sleep. It's just that I don't allow myself to go to sleep. So there's always so much to do, and I want to burn the candle at both ends, which burns out your adrenal system. So try not to do that. Um, but rest is one of those things. One of the reasons why it's really important is because it helps restore your immune system. That's when your body has that chance to do that. Your brain gets a little washy-washy. It's like a little car wash for your brain. Um, and all kinds of things happen with good stuff of the boosting of your immune system. So we need that downtime, and that practice of having that downtime is really good. So even though for me personally lately, I've been going and going and going. It's life has been really chaotic lately, and it seems like, there's a great quote, I believe it's Woody Allen, that if you want to make God laugh, make a plan. I love that quote. I use it often. And so let's hear. We have some people joining. Hi, Mallory. How you doing? Nice to see you. So make a plan, and then life comes at you anyway, and all your plans go out the window. So you might have how your day started, and what you meant to do, and then what actually happens during that process. So do try and have some downtime, try and take care of yourself, and put that in as part of your practice. So practice again is the theme tonight. So that's part of the health thing. So back to when I was meeting with the banker, one of those things besides getting rest is I was like, okay, I had suggested some things to her, and she goes, "I'm trying everything. Or no, she said, I've tried everything," and this statement particularly bothers me because um, you can't. You can try a lot of things, but you can't try everything. Everything, never, always. All those words that are, the kind of the balls to the wall version of that is not true because you can't try the gamut of possibilities. So, but you've tried a lot of stuff that I believe. Anyway, I had suggested some things, and it didn't seem like anything I was saying was landing on her. That it was something different that she hadn't heard, but usually, when I suggest cold snap to people, they go, "Oh, what's that?" And I tell them all about it. As a matter of fact, I didn't grab the bottle here, but I took some cold snap tablets, some capsules, and I emptied the capsules. It's a powder, it's a Chinese herbal formula. So, whenever you're around sick people, you want your immune system to be boosted, or you get that like little tickle in the back of your throat. When people start around you start being sick and stuff like that, there's I wink, a season, and I use air quotes for that, a sixth season. Oh, and Mallory just wished me a happy anniversary too. I'm going to bring that up too. Thank you so much, Mallory. Um, so the sixth season, that's people buy into that, and the media promotes that and all that kind of good stuff. But there doesn't have to necessarily be a sixth season if you actually keep up with your immune system on a regular basis. Of course, easier said than done. Again, why practice comes into play here. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here so I make sure. For some reason, my computer is being molassesly slow. I'm going to say that. It's a euphemistic word rather than the word that I wanted to use. Cold snap, yes. Mallory says cold snap works. My nana showed it to me several years ago. Yes, it is. So it's Chinese herbs, and it's an herbal blend, and it's really good for, even if you already have something, it helps you get through it faster. So that is a good thing. Um, but anyway, what I did is I opened up the capsules and put them in my tea here. So I'm going to be drinking my cold snap, and it actually tastes pretty good too. It's not terrible, I mean, I suppose if you're not into like herbal remedies and stuff like that, it might be a little off-putting. But put like a little honey and lemon in it, it'd be fine. I also watch, when you talk about health things and practices, I try and watch my sugar intake, even honey. Honey, I do try and do the natural stuff, and the local and all that kind of good stuff when I do take honey. Um, but I try not to sweeten stuff, because also another thing with your immune system too, to keep your immune system in, with a good practice and balance, is to try and delete some of that sugar. Okay, I'm going to say delete some. I'm trying to delete as much as possible. Which brings me to my next story, is that over the weekend, the 22nd, was my wedding anniversary, our wedding anniversary, me and my husband, Bill. So shout out to Bill. Love you, honey. Um, anyway, he goes, I know you're trying not to do sugar, but he did a really sweet thing. He went to Dolce Sicilia, which is a bakery here locally in Denver. And it is where we got, I had this, I had gone to a wedding when I was a child, and I remember being Italian. They had this Italian sweet table. I'd never seen this before, but to a kid, it was like going into the Willy Wonka factory. So it was this like round table, and it was like a pillar of sweets, of all these beautiful handmade Italian sweets, pastries and such, and all that kind of good stuff. So I was just enamored with this, and I thought, most little girls dream of their wedding and stuff like that. They dream of their dress. I dreamed of the Italian sweet table. And anyway, so we ended up having one of those at our wedding. So we got to, call the shots and do different things. And we also were like cheese fanatics. So we also had a cheese table as well. So that was quite lovely. And so these things are really, wonderful. Anyway, so for our anniversary, my husband said, I know you're trying not to do sugar, but he brought out this box, and it was from Dolce Sicilia, who had catered the sweet table, our Italian sweet table, for our wedding. So it's an Italian bakery, and they do like cannolis and these really wonderful almond cookies and just so many different things, and I don't even know the names of all of them. Anyway, so he had gotten some of these, and I'm like, I still have some in the freezer from our wedding. I mean, and I still do eat them. They're still okay. So I mean, they're not like the freshest, whatever. But I'm like, it's just me. I'm not like passing them off on company as like a new product or anything like that. And yeah, and I'm not dead yet, so I know people go, oh, you don't like keep things in the freezer for 6 months. I beg to differ. Anyway, I wouldn't, again, I wouldn't do that to other people, but for myself personally, and that's the only person I can live for, I might do things a little bit differently. So, anyway, um, and also, so we're celebrating 6 years together, and well, 6 years married, I should say, and then 7 years together. So he got me this beautiful, I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's it let's see if I turn on this light, if it's shining. And I'm just going to drop things all over the place. Anyway, take it from me that, so I just changed the lighting. It's a little Wonder Woman logo, but it has Swarovski crystals in it, and it's really pretty. So he said, take it out in the light, take it out in the light. So we did, and it was really brilliant, and it has all these little rainbow colors, and it's really pretty. And he knows, like, I'm into Wonder Woman. The new modern Wonder Woman played by Gal Gadot. Um, of the recent one. I mean, I love Linda Carter. I loved her growing up and stuff like that. But trying to fight crime in high heels and like lingerie is kind of ridiculous. I know she's a strong woman. She's an Amazonian woman and all that kind of good stuff. But I kind of like more of a badass costume and like the darker colors and stuff like that. I kind of like my superheroes to be clothed. Why do all the guys get to be clothed? You don't see, maybe Aquaman, he has his shirt off, but all the women have to fight crime in like high heels, which is just ridiculous. Anyway, personal side note. That's the humor part of the show, is my sideline commentary. So anyway, but I love Wonder Woman, and I said, oh, you know that I've been doing the Wonder Woman pose, right? Or the superhero pose, and he goes, no, I didn't even know you were doing that. So there's this, do I have it with me? Oh, yes, I do. Oh, good. I have one thing that I can demonstrate. Okay, so there's this book called Presence, and it is by Amy Cuddy. So Cuddy. And she, so the subtitle of this is Bringing Your Boldest Self to Your Biggest Challenges. And she did a TED talk, and she talked about power posing, and that's how I found her. And I listened to this audio book. It's 8 discs, and I don't know, over 8 hours and stuff like that. She has a really unique story of what all she went through, and how she was a researcher and stuff like that. Her story is really extreme, of how she had gotten into an accident, and it rearranged her life, and she had to come back, and people weren't expecting her to do much, and she actually ended up doing all these really great things. Anyway, what she recommends doing is this thing called power posing. She calls it power posing, and they've done studies on this, of the actual physicality of it, and it's pretty cool. So, normally I do a laughter yoga exercise within this show, but this one I want to show you power posing because it's pretty cool. So, because it ties in with the Wonder Woman thing too. So, power posing, okay, I've got two cameras. One has just like this part, and then one has like down here. Anyway, but you can just put your hands on your hips. You can kind of do the fists on your hips, but you want to stand nice and tall with your feet apart. And I'm sitting right now, but just to be on camera, I want to just demonstrate this. But you can just take some nice deep breaths in here, and I'm going to actually combine this with a laughter yoga exercise. So you're just going to take this, and we'll call this power pose laughter yoga exercise. So I'm combining Amy Cuddy's work with the laughter yoga. So you can take a nice deep breath in, and what you're doing is you're getting this nice big, just like posing like a superhero. So that's the point of it. But it's going to increase your endorphins and increase a lot of the brain chemistry, if you want to read more about all the things, it really helps with read or listen to her book called Presence. So it's really good. Anyway, back to the laughter yoga power pose. So you can put your hands on your hips and put your feet apart, stand nice and tall, chest up and lifted, spine nice and elongated. Bring the abs in, and we're just gonna take a nice deep breathe. Inhale in through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. Laugh it out. That's how it's gonna be a laughter yoga exercise. And laugh it in, or breathe it in, and then laugh it out. Breathe it in, and laugh it all the way out. Okay, and at the end of laughter yoga exercise, we take our hands together in nice big wide hands, and we go very good, yay. We do that twice, very good, yay. And that is the end of the laughter yoga version of the exercise. If you're doing the power posing positioning and you just want to do that, you can hold that position, and she recommends holding it for 2 minutes. Some people actually hold it for 10. So like, let's say you're going in for a Shark Tank interview, or let's say you're going into a first date, or you're going into something that you just don't feel really great about, and you need to bring in all your wits about you, and you need to be on the ball. Maybe you're going in for a bank loan, maybe you're going in to have a difficult conversation with somebody, whatever it is. This can be very helpful in your day. And I even noticed the other day I did it, I started out my day with it, and I just had a really good day. And it was a great way to start. So in my practice of what I do in the morning, so a lot of people have their morning rituals of what they do. You can call that rituals, you can call that your practice of the day. So anyway, some of the things that I like to do, I don't always get to do them. I don't always get them all checked off and in, but ideally, I like to have some time to meditate. I drink my tea. That's, this is pretty much mandatory for me as my tea. So for some people it's coffee, some people it might be some lemon and some lemon juice and some water to help clean out the system, whatever it is for you. Anyway, for me it's tea. Meditating and just getting quiet for a little bit is really helpful. Doing some breathing exercises, really helpful. Doing a little bit of yoga, I love trying to get that in. And even if I just go through the sun salutation a couple times for a couple of minutes, it's better than having no yoga in my day. So I joke around with the chiropractor that we go in and see, because while we're waiting, I will do some yoga poses in there. And I'm like, yeah, it's my 2 minutes of yoga today. This might be all I get in. So, even if that's all I get in, at least I got something done. So, and it also helps him adjust me because I'm a little bit more stretched out and all that kind of good stuff. So if you get a massage, or you get chiropractic work and then a massage, or if you get a massage before your chiropractic work, your adjustment will work better. And at least the chiropractors that I've worked with so far have said that, have mentioned that. Also, like warm baths, moving, stretching, all that kind of good stuff. And the practice part of that is to be limber the rest of the time too, so on a regular basis. So if you can stretch and do flexibility stuff that on a regular basis, that's really helpful, so you don't always have to cram it in when you have to pull it out of the hat, because that's also when muscles get pulled, right, and things like that. So in a pinch, you've heard of the grandmother that can lift a car because, the grandson's underneath the car, and she's like a 80-pound, 90-year-old grandmother. But she lifted a car off of a grandson because, in that moment, the adrenaline kicked in. So it might be a superhuman feat. So, that's a little ridiculous to expect our bodies to do that on a regular basis. But if you practice, you might be able to do a portion of that. So maybe you won't be able to lift a car, but maybe you'll be able to lift 40-pound box off the floor, if you do all the right posturing so you don't kill your back and pull stuff. So if you're doing regular physical activity, that's really helpful. So regular physical activity as practice is really great. So is power posing. So, all right, so we've covered some health tips, some humor, and there was one other recommendation that I wanted to recommend. Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay. So this is emergency. This is an immune formula. They have a whole lot of different formulas of this. And flavors and different things that are in them. But basically, for the most part, I found out that the kids' versions actually have only like 250 milligrams of vitamin C, but most of these have 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, which is great. It's a great little boost. Some of these are energy and all that kind of stuff. So it comes in like a little foil packet like this, and it is a nice little bubbly drink. So what you can do is rip open the packet, and this is one of the practices. I try and keep these with me all the time in case I do run into somebody like the sickie that I had a meeting with today. So what you do is you take some water, just plain water. I like to try and use the most alkaline water that I can because that's also another thing that will help your immune system. And then you just pour this in. It's just like a little powder. And it's going to just mix in. And it's going to be a little fizzy. So the object of the game is to drink it while it's fizzy. So bottoms up. And it's really good. A little tart. They do sweeten it and stuff like that. But it's like it's a low calorie. It's not anything that you shouldn't have. It's actually really healthy stuff, but it's vitamin C and it's good. Some of these have energy stuff, so they might have different ingredients, so you can find the formula that you like. Personally, I love this immune one. I found this one, and this is a really cool one, so I'm digging this one. So I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to have like a foam mustache here. Whew, that's a little tart. And if you drink it while it's fizzy, it helps, like the little air bubbles help get things into your cells and stuff like that. So another reason why you have an effervescent drink, right? Okay, now let's get to some hooping, shall we? Okay, so this move that I'm going to show you, it's actually a combination. And I just taught it to somebody who was a newbie. So don't let that throw you off that you have to be advanced to get this move. Now, here comes the fun part. I'm going to chair out of the way so I have enough room to do this. Let's see here. Okay, so what this move looks like, I'm going to have to duck down a little bit here, is we're going to take this, flip it around, flip it around, flip it around, flip it around. So it's going to pass behind the back, and it's going to flip around. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start out. I'm starting this out with my right hand, and I'm starting with my thumb up originally, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip a let's see here, counterclockwise rotation, and just flip it forward so that the thumb goes down. This is going to be crucial for your hand pass portion. So your thumb is going to go down. You're going to reach behind with the thumb down, so both thumbs are down, and in the back, you're going to be hand passing it in the back like so. And then you're going to be coming up, so the pinky is going to lead up on the left side, and I'm going to lead up, and then I'm going to rotate this around, and so that the pinky leads up again. Then I'm going to take half turn, and then thumb leads down. Again, hand pass in the back, so thumbs together in the back, like so. And then I'm going to come up and around, so this is going to circle, so that the pinky is up, thumb is down, and then I'm going to do that half turn, and then come back down. So at speed, it's going to come up, scoop, swoop, flip, down, hand passing back, and then I'm going to circle, and then flip, down, up, circle around, flip, down, up, flip, down. So to speed is like so. Whoops. Around. Okay. Down, circle, flip, down. 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 And then this is gonna take some practice. Flip down, round, flip down. It's a pretty cool, easy move. So it's easy enough combination, and it's also in the World Hoop Day Dance. So I highly recommend reviewing this and doing that. I'll try and see if I can put up. I'll add it to my to-do list. We'll see if I can get this up this week. A little 1 minute tutorial on that move. I think I've put something up of that before, but the actual full move in the World Hoop Day Dance, I'll show you because it's really cool. There's an extra little portion of that. So you do that 3 times. So it starts on the right hand, and you're going to turn, circle around, flip, flip down, round, circle, flip, flip down, round, circle, flip, flip down. And on this one, the last one, instead of doing that same one, you're going to come in front and come up, flip, flip, and then come down and pose. So there's that little combination. So what that looks like is down, up, flip, flip, down, up, flip, flip, down, up, flip, flip, down, Z-spin, and down and pose. So it's a really cool little combination of 16 counts, and it's in like a little instrumental part of the song of the Living in Step for the World Hoop Day Dance, and so I'm very excited about that. And since I've been so busy, I wish I just had more time and more hands, more just I don't know. I have more time. I don't know. There still be things to fill up the time of all the things that need to get done. But anyway, that the World Hoop Day Dance will be out this week, and the music and the how to do the dance and all that kind of good cool stuff. So yeah, so I'm very excited about that. I know I've been promising it for weeks and months. I've had the dance choreographed for quite some time, and I've actually guinea pig tested it on a few people, so to see how fast and easy it is to learn and how fun it is, how much people enjoy it. So hopefully it passes all of those standards. There's so don't think that just because you're getting this just with a couple of weeks to learn it, that it's impossible to learn, because it has some really cool moves in it, many of which you might already know. And even if you don't, I will break them down so that you can learn them and add some new hoop tricks to your repertoire. And so I encourage you to do that. And then I'm going to be doing a choreography challenge. So there's like a 32 count section in there where you can just have at it and do your own thing and just hoop jam, or you can actually choreograph your own thing. You could do it with just yourself or with another person or whatever. But wouldn't that be cool if you take and showcase the cool moves that you do really well? And how awesome would that be? And then do the video and then send it to me so that I can put it in the World Hoop Day compilation video. So I'm very excited about that. Alrighty. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you got some new health things, learning things, yummy things, healthy things to add to your practice. Listening to audiobooks is one of my practice things of I like to do this in the car because it helps in traffic or long distances to have something to listen to. So I get the CDs from the library, but I'll probably be getting some downloadable audio stuff coming up, and so doing some different options there. Great way to learn. If you don't have time to sit down and read an actual book, which a lot of us don't have time to sit down, to have that luxury, unless you take that time to do that. I try and add that to my morning practice, but doing it in your interim times and getting in those little times where you can do the things that you need to practice, like you need or want to. And so I mentioned on a past show of the shoulding. So, when we say, I should do that, I should get more sleep, I should eat less, I should eat less sugar, I should eat more vegetables, I should. And, the joke is, don't should on yourself. So if you put it into I want to, then you're more highly motivated to actually accomplish that, because it's something that you want to do as opposed to need to, have to, or should. We all know there's things we should do. But if you just rephrase it a little bit differently, you might actually get into actually accomplishing that. So for whatever that's worth, I hope that is helpful to you. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm doing good on time. I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled. All right. So I am Shay Rippinger of Hip the Hoopla. This has been the Hoopla of Y'all show where we cover health, humor, and hooping. And please go to the website, www.hipthehoopla.com. That is HIPTHEHOOPLA.com. And I have a little freebie up there if you want to sign up for the email. And one of those should things I need to put it into practice is getting regular emails out rather than getting zero things out. But anyway, we do what we can when we can. So every little decision that you make that is a positive action towards your goals, that's the standard of that we want to go to. So and I shouldn't say standard, but they're little progress points. So and practice points, if you will. So try those and see if they work for you. And I would love to get your comments below. So please comment, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do that. I'm Hip the Hoopla everywhere. So I'm Hip the Hoopla on Instagram, Facebook, and all over the place. So if you Google me, I'm easy to find. So I can't do anything bad in the world because that would that would destroy my reputation. And I've worked hard to build that up. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this time together. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching. If you can share this video and share this love and this light, this laughter, this joy, take a nice deep breath in, bring that into yourself, and then as you exhale, release that out and share that with everybody else. So hit the share button, and so somebody else may benefit from this information as well. So I try and do this on a weekly basis, and I'm working to get my goal accomplished. So every time I do a show, I am achieving my goals, and I'm trying to reach my goal number, and I'm slowly but surely getting there. So all right, thank you so much for being here. Rock on, peace out. I'll see you guys next time, and it will be soon. All right, take care. Bye.